You're definitely eager today, right? So this is the agenda for the public hearing of Ordinance 06-2023, Budget Amendment number 3. This virtual hearing for Thursday, June 29 at 7 p.m. We're gonna do a call to order. Valerie Woodall,
I'm here.
Jared Stoffes,
I'm here.
Luke Chesick,
Here.
and I'm here. Danielle did mention she wouldn't be able to make it to the meeting, so she will be absent. Okay, let me see. So we have quorum. Can you give us a review of the hearing agenda, please? Luke.
1, call to order. 2, review of agenda. 3, public hearing regarding ordinance number 623, budget amendment number 3. 4, adjournment to be followed by special legislative meeting.
All right. This is a hearing. Do we have any member of the public that wishes to speak on this hearing? I'll leave it open for a bit. For those that don't know, Ordinance 06-23 is a budget amendment. It was discussed at a work session. It had its first reading and second reading for vote, and is basically adding quite a few of the grants into the budget, but at the same time moving some funding around from the budget. And you have it there in front of you. Can you move it up, Melissa? So it shows, so the document does shows like, what accounts are going to be, it's going to be moved through from, and for what purpose. Okay. And if we have no one, I will go ahead and ask for adjournment from the budget hearing.
A move to adjourn the budget hearing.
Seconded.
This will probably moved and second. This budget hearing has come to an end. And now it's going to be followed by a legislative meeting. Can you put the next agenda up, Melissa? Okay, so agenda special legislative meeting of the mayor and city council for the city of Rainier today, Thursday, June 29. This is a virtual meeting, which was just followed by a public hearing. Okay, called to order. Jared Stoffes. Jared.
Oops, sorry, muted here.
Valerie Woodall.
I'm here.
Luke Chesick.
Here.
And myself. We have a quorum for mayor and council. Okay. All right, we're going to do a review. Luke, can you please lead us on the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a review of the agenda?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. Can you go ahead and go immediately to the review of the agenda, please?
Sure. 1, call to order, Pledge of Allegiance. 2, review of agenda. 3, public comment. 4, discussion and vote on the PGC cooperation agreement regarding CDBG Urban County Qualification, Federal FY 24 to 26. Mayor and council will have a discussion and vote on the PGC cooperation agreement regarding Community Development Block Grant Urban County Qualification. And then new business 5, adoption of emergency resolution number 02-2023, a resolution in support of the Gateway Community Development Corporation. The mayor and council will adopt emergency resolution 02-2023. 6, vote and approval of minutes from February 16th, 2021 to June 6th, 2023. 7, adjournment.
That's the short version. That means I have to read it. It's all right. I'll get you to read it once we get to the point. Trying to avoid it. All right. So, council, you have heard the agenda, seen the agenda in front of you. Is there any change, anything that needs to be removed from the agenda, or anything you need to add? I'm hearing none. I will adopt the agenda as presented. Okay, so moving on to number 3, we have public comment. Public comment. If anybody of the community has a public comment, please name, last name, block and street number. You have 3 minutes to speak. If you're a group and you're presenting them, 5 minutes. And everybody from your group, I will succeed. If it's regarding an employee, please send an email to the city manager. regarding the concern. Okay. All right. I don't see nobody from the public comment. So as we wait for a second, I would definitely like to say that Mayor, Council, our city manager, clerk, public works director, and Department of Public Works. I think I got everybody. Attended the MML conference this week, and we managed to not just talk to the whole the new secretariats from the Maryland government, but also um, I was happy to introduce them to Lieutenant Government as well. Rainier Miller, we heard her words. Opening speaker was Governor Westmore. We had a very successful conference with plenty of workshops on open meetings, AAPI, and so many more. But we basically divided and conquer, so we have quite a few of those that are taking our academy courses. Some of them, I believe, with this round, we will have finished, or they need maybe a class or two for the fall. Melissa, you're all done? You're smiling. Are you all done? Or you still need one more?
I'm finished, Mayor.
So Melissa finished, and the graduation, I believe, is at the end of next year or something along those lines.
Yes,
But
24.
yeah, that's what they told me. So for those, quite a few of them are taking the classes. So that would mean that at least there's two of us that already are taking the graduate courses, and those are very effective for the things that I do and the works that I work. But looking forward to have the rest of the council make it to the finish line. It does help. It's the equivalent of having like AAs in municipal government. You learn quite a bit. And you continue taking refreshers because quite a few of those classes are very important to take depending who teaches them. All right. I was giving some time for the public comment. I guess in excellent news is PGCMA, the Prince George's County Men's Association, has their new board. And for the first time, we elected as our president, President-elect Melinda Mendoza, who's now President of MA. She's the first Asian American or AAPI council member or elected official that's been selected as president for our association. So that's been like a gigantic milestone in working collaboration, and they're selected by the 27 municipalities. And I'm honored to be serving as her vice president and obviously learn even more than I ever learned from Melinda. Melinda's wonderful. So that's that. The other good news is that the Maryland Municipal Leagues elects their board every year. And Prince George's County has quite a great representation. Melinda went in as our president-elect for vice president. We have Casey Muñez, mayor of Cheverly, Mayor Monica Casañas, and from Comer Manor, and myself, who made the board from PGCMA, but also we have our former clerk, John Hudson from Marlboro, who's like president of the clerks, who's also sitting there, right, for the city managers or administrators. Upper Marlboro has it as well. Elisa, our attorney and attorney for various great cities, right, is also sitting representing the boards in behalf of the attorneys. In Hyattsville with Leslie has it for public works. So we have quite a bit of representation between the staff and the board members at large that are representing our county, but we're representing the 157 municipalities collectively. And I'm happy to say that for the first time, MML selected their two mayors, Latina mayors, to be part of the MML board, which creates even more inclusion. And yesterday I was selected to be part of the executive team, and I became the first Latina mayor to be elected as part of the executive board. So you're gonna see me doing a lot of extra great work. I got to actually play skee ball with the governor and lieutenant governor. Lieutenant Governor Luna Miller destroyed us. She had the highest score among a bunch of us, and she's really good. So don't ever be fooled to go against her. She's not only very smart but very talented. All right, so I was giving a little bit of more time, but outstanding news for the whole entire city of Rainier, Prince George's County, and the state collectively. That we have a leadership, and we're looking forward to continue working together. All right. So I am going to close public comments at this point. We're going to go to old business. Item number 4, discussion and vote on PGC Cooperative Agreement Reading Community Development Block Grant for CDBG Urban County Qualifications for federal years of FY24 to FY26. In the past, basically, they reset it every year. This year, they decided to do it in blocks of 3 years. We have signed up and qualified certain parts of a city, part of CDBG, and our staff. While Mr. Kamali was, Public Works Director, now that Rosillo, is Public Works Director, and Mr. Kamali City Manager, they will put to use any grant money that we can get in the areas that still qualify for CDBG. So we put it here because, I have to sign wonderful documents. It's up to us to put it in a meeting or not. But since we're having this meeting, it's here, right? So it's basically saying that the city would like to apply, to be part of it, apply for that, for the grants that we qualified under CDBG in order to help our most vulnerable areas around the city. That's the big summary. I don't think I have to explain what CDBG is to any of you guys in the call, right? But if you put it, is basically, there you go. So this is the agreement, like straight out from them. This is like, whereas, the Housing Community Development, in 1974 provides entitlement funds for qualified urban counties. I apologize there. Go through it, Melissa. It's like right up in the screen for you guys to see. So the cooperation between the municipalities and the county is important as the Housing Community Development Annual Action Plan moves through, right? Municipalities understand that the county should have final responsibility for selecting CDBG homes CSV activities to be assisted with entitlement funds and for filing annual action plans during the qualified period of HUD. So therefore, there's a consensual mutual obligation set forward here by the parties agreed as follows. There you go. The county municipalities agreed to cooperate and undertake undertaking community renewal and low-income housing assistance activities. Thus, the municipalities further agrees to cooperate with the use of its powers to assist with the community efforts to carry essential activities in accordance to the county CDBG and when applicable, home and ESPG programs. The county should have the final responsibility to select its CDBG and where applicable, home and ESPG activities will be funded through the annual CDBG allocation during the federal FY 24 throughout 2026 qualification period and any program income generated from the expenditures of such funds. The county should be responsible for submitting the county constellation annual action plan to HUD for approval. To the extent applicable, the county municipality should take actions necessary to assure compliance with Prince George's County Urban County certifications requirements set forward in Section 104B of Title I of Housing Community Development Act of 1974. Amended, including Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Fair Housing Act, Section 109, Title I of the Housing Community Development Act of 1974, or other applicable laws. The municipality should affirm further to extend applicable fair housing actions within the jurisdiction and not impede the county's actions to comply with the fair housing certification. And I wonder why do I have a vice mayor and they're not reading this? I just thought about this. Luke, can you carry on? Because at this point, I'm already like, I need to go to a doctor to take care of my throat. Go ahead and read it for number 6 and on.
Yep. 6, the municipality has adopted and shall continue to enforce a policy prohibiting the use of excessive force by law enforcement agencies within its jurisdiction against any individuals engaged in nonviolent civil rights demonstrations, and a policy of enforcing applicable state and local laws against physically barring entrance to or exit from a facility or location which is the subject of such nonviolent civil rights demonstrations within the municipality's jurisdiction. The municipality must inform the county of any program income generated by and submitted to the municipality in accordance with its expenditure and or subaward of CDBG funds. Any such program income must be paid to the county unless specifically authorized by the county for use in association with the financial requirements of other projects previously approved by the county. Any program income the municipality is authorized to retain may only be used for eligible activities in accordance with the terms and conditions of the applicable subrecipient agreement and the applicable CDBG laws and regulations. 8, the municipality shall not sell, trade, or otherwise transfer all or any portion of any grant funds to another unit of general local government, or UGLG, metropolitan city, urban county, Indian tribe, or insular area that directly or indirectly receives CDBG funds in exchange for any other funds, credits, or non-federal considerations. The municipality further agrees to use grant funds, if any, for activities eligible under Title I of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 as amended. 9, the county has the responsibility for monitoring and reporting to HUD on the use of any program income, thereby requiring appropriate record keeping and reporting as may be needed for this purpose. 10, it is understood that the municipality pursuant to 24 CFR 570.501B is subject to the same requirements applicable to subrecipients. This includes the responsibility for a written agreement or subrecipient agreement as set forth in 24 CFR 570.503 for ensuring that CDBG funds are used in accordance with all program requirements, for determining the adequacy of performance under subrecipient agreements and procurement contracts, and for taking appropriate action when performance problems arise. The use of any designed public agencies, subrecipients, or contractors does not relieve the municipality of this responsibility. 11, the municipality shall be required to enter into a signed subrecipient agreement with the county before any CDBG funds may be dispersed to the municipality to undertake approved activities. This subrecipient agreement shall remain in effect during and any time after the qualification period during which the municipality has control over CDBG funds, including program income. 11, in the event of closeout of this agreement or a change in the status of the municipality, any program income that is on hand or received subsequent to the closeout or change in status shall be paid to the county. 13, for real property acquired or improved in whole or in part using CDBG funds and within the municipal's control, municipality shall A, provide the county with timely notification for any modification or change in the use of real property from that plan at the time of acquisition or improvement, including disposition. B, reimburse the county in an amount equal to the current fair market value, less any portion thereof attributable to expenditures of non-CDBG funds, of property acquired or improved with CDBG funds that is sold or transferred for use which does not qualify under the CDBG regulations. And C, treat as program income the revenue generated from the disposition or transfer of property prior to or subsequent to the closeout, change of status, or termination of this agreement between the county and the municipality. 14, by executing this agreement, the municipality understands that it may not apply for grants from appropriations under the state CDBG program for any fiscal year during the qualification period in which it is participating in the county's CDBG program. 15, by executing this agreement, the municipality understands that it may not participate in a home consortium except through the county, regardless of whether the county receives a home formula allocation. The municipality further understands that it may receive a formula allocation under the home program, if any, only through the county. 16, by executing this agreement, the municipality understands that it may receive a formula allocation under the ESG program only through the county, regardless of whether the county receives an ESG formula allocation. 17, this agreement between the county and the municipality shall automatically be renewed for participation in successive 3-year qualification periods, unless the county or the municipality provides a written notice before the end of the county's qualification period that it elects not to participate in a new 3-year qualification period. By the date specified in HUD's next CPD notice for urban county qualification, the county will notify the municipality in writing of its right not to participate. A copy of the county's notification shall be sent to the HUD field office by the date specified in the CPD notice for urban county qualification. Failure by either party to adopt any amendment to this agreement, which must incorporate any changes necessary to meet HUD's current requirements for corporation agreement for a subsequent 3-year qualification period, and to submit the amendment to HUD as provided in the applicable CPD notice, shall void the municipality's automatic renewal as a participating UGLG under the county's urban status. 18, this agreement shall remain in effect until the county's CDBG and, where applicable, home and ESG entitlement funds and program income received with respect to activities undertaken during the qualification period and any successive periods as amended are expended and the funded activities are completed. Further understood and agreed that neither the county nor the municipality may terminate or withdraw from this agreement while the agreement remains in effect. 19, the recitals set forth above are here incorporated as operative provisions of this agreement. In witness whereof, the parties authorized representatives sign and deliver this cooperation agreement on the dates set forth below. Done.
Okay. Any questions, council? If not, entertain a motion to approve.
I move to approve as presented.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved. Can you go to the top, Melissa? It's been properly moved and the second. Any additional discussion? Any and what we said, this is like corporate agreement between the city of Rainier and the Prince George's County Municipal Body Corporate Policy. Refer as a county on behalf of the Prince George's County of Housing and Community Development. Refer DHDC. Okay. So any abstentions, objections? Hearing none, this passes 400. Okay. Thank you guys. All right. The next item on the agenda is new business. Adoption of the emergency resolution 2-2023, resolution support the Gateway Community Development Corporation. You guys saw the resolution last time. It's a basic resolution of support between the three cities. It's being introduced by me and Valerie in our city, and the other cities, they already signed theirs. Mayor Petrella, Patricia Robinson, Mayor Rosillo, Marcus, I know is also helping with that, or Brentwood and Brentwood and then Evans with North Brentwood. Okay. So North Brentwood already sent us their signed resolution, and I did share it with Mr. Kamali for our records, basically saying that three cities love the artists, love Gateway, and we're working together to do this. And we're asking Gateway to make sure they follow through to the things they have promised in the presentations, right? And that we look forward to a great collaboration as programming is happening prior in order for us to work together. That's basically the resolution. Valerie, anything to add? I don't.
No, but thank you for working through this with me. And I would like to, we're happy to state that the Gateway CDC did just apply for projects in all three communities. So if they get funding, that will be a first step of leveraging tax dollars to support artists and projects throughout the community.
Thank you so much for that. I love hearing great news like that, Valerie. I'll be happier when I hear they also got it. But it also shows that as the three cities were working cohesively and cooperative with the Gateway, so to use also that leverage, aside from the funding, we already approved in our funding. We did it through our budget, and the other two municipalities did it through their ARPA funding. That we're also we also putting fundings and also how do you call it? We're working cooperatively. Okay. So can I have a motion to approve emergency resolution 02-2023?
I move to approve the resolution 02-2023.
Second.
Is there probably move in second and third? Any additional discussion? Objections, abstention, hearing none. This item also passes 400. Thank you, Valerie, Mayor Robertson, Mayor Camilo Lopez, also Councilmember Marcus Monroe for the help on this efforts. And I know Councilmember Evans is also in the board of Gateway, and the whole entire Gateway board, Thank you, guys. All right, so moving on to item number 6, which is going to make Melissa ridiculously happy. I could see her like jumping up and down right now. Vote on approval of the minutes, and all these minutes have been presented to Mayor and Council on a different work session. So we've had at least a week or two to review them. So there's it's nothing new. So February 16, 2021 work session. March 2nd, 2021 legislative meeting. March 7th, 2021.
No more. Go eat your.
Can you mute your mic? I promise we'll go eat dinner after this. All right. March 11, 2021 special legislative meeting. March 16, 2021 public hearing, special legislative meeting and work session. March 27, 2021 public hearing and budget work session. April 2021 public hearing and work session. April 27, 2021 public hearing, budget work session and special legislative meeting. May 16, 2023 work session. May 30, 2023 special work session, and June 6, 2023. I would like to say thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Gabby, as well, and Melissa, your whole entire team for making sure you're not only finishing the minutes on time for 2023, but also backdating, make sure you have like accurate minutes as well from the past and getting those archives together. So that's been a lot of effort. And as you see, this is June 6, 2023 minutes. That means like the only minutes you'll need from FY23 are the ones that we're having today. So a great way and turn them very fast around, Melissa. All right. Can I have a motion on the floor to approve all the minutes as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
It's been probably moved and second. Any discussion? Melissa says she needs more feedback on those minutes. Yeah, right. So, how to call it? Like, just so the public does know, Melissa does submit the minutes to us through the package. We usually review them, get them in a work session, then we have time to like give her any feedback, and then we go for a vote approval. So here there's no discussion. Any objections, abstentions? Hearing none. All the minutes that were read were approved as submitted. So thank you guys so much. And moving on to, I will do update of events before we adjourn. The city administrator offices will close on June 4th, 2023. They're also going to be closed early on June 3rd. June 3rd, Melissa?
Yes, ma'am.
June 3rd, 2 hours earlier. National Night Out is August 1st from 5 to in Bunker Hill Fire Department. We're also calling on all young leaders to make a difference in the community to join the Young Youth Council and let your voice be heard. The Youth Council is a platform where you can actively engage in shaping the future of the city. You could head out to the website. You could reach me out. So council members, I have an assignment for you guys. We need look for youth members in your community that could serve from 7th grade to 12th grade in order for them to serve our youth advisory board, because we will be appointing them in September. I'll work with them on briefing them and everything else that they need to know, right? And I'll mentor them, because the idea is that at the end of our last, our last meeting, we're going to have them run one meeting as mayor and council, and they will run the meeting, and they'll be mayor and council for the day, right? To exposing them to what our work, I know, so we'll send them all the emails, what the work is. But the idea is for them to be able to practice civics engagement, but also advise us when it comes to youth proposals, or how any of the proposals that we work through, for them to have a voice at the table, basically. And we're going to be shaping the next president, at least that's what I feel. No pressure, right? But if you know any of them, they're high school students, ideally, the board, the chair of it is a junior or a senior, right? But if we could get quite a few that are with us, they could every year, attempt to apply and be there. All right. So in saying that, thank you guys for the time and dedication that you guys put for the conference and the multiple meetings that we had. And at the same time, this will close unless we have something like the fiscal meetings for FY23. We are going to be having community meetings. And next week we'll be announcing our first one. The communication team will put some information out. So in saying that, have a wonderful day. I know you guys need some rest just like I do. All right. So thank you, Council, for being great. I appreciate you guys a lot. And we're going to be heavily working right now on SS for All. We have been receiving some of the letters, and we're working on others. But it's a lot of effort is going to be put in this. And it's been thank you to our team, but also the various stakeholders that help in making this continue to happen. So have a good night. And I would like to have a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second that because you guys are taking too long. Any discussion? Objection, abstentions? I'm hearing none. This meeting has come to an end at 7:29 p.m. I told you guys it's going to be 30 minutes. I ain't messing with you guys. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Staff, enjoy the time not having to deal with us on these evenings.
Happy holidays.
So you all stay from City Hall as much as you can. Leave them alone. They have work to do. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a sign-in sheet outside the door. All right. All right, you guys. Thank you very much. All right. Take care. Bye.
Good night. Good night.